Good morning to everyone. This is the second video of additive manufacturing. In the previous video, we have discussed about additive manufacturing. Let us recall about additive manufacturing. So, it is one of the manufacturing approach to create a 3D model, or it is said as 3D printing. Here we are going to manufacture the product by laying the material or depositing the material layer by layer of certain thickness till the complete object is manufactured. Today we are going to discuss about the additive manufacturing process. So nowadays there are many types by which manufacturing is done by AM process. So these are number of types by which manufacturing is done by adding the material, that is, so this is how we are going to classify the AM process. That is, in order to deposit a material onto the platform, we are either going to take liquid based material, or it may be the powder based material, or it may be the solid based material. So based upon the material type, whether the material is in liquid condition, or the material is in powder condition, or it is in solid, depending upon that we are going to classify the AM process. First of all, that is, by using the liquid material, we are going to manufacture the product. So there are number of methods by which we are going to manufacture the product. That is, first one is stereolithography, and second is jetting system, and third is direct light processing. And when you come to the powder based materials, in that there are number of types. So one is selective laser sintering process, three-dimensional printing process, fused metal deposit system, electron beam melting, selective laser melting, selective masking sintering, selective inhibition sintering, or electrophotographic layered manufacturing, and high speed sintering. And when you come to the third one, that is solid based material, so by using a solid based material, we are going to manufacture the product. So in that there are two types, that is fused deposition modeling, and second one is sheet stacking technologies. So this is how the additive manufacturing process are classified. So here in additive manufacturing, we are going to add the material for manufacturing. That is, we are going to add the material layer by layer. So when you take the material, so what is the type of material? So the type of material may be in a liquid condition, or it may be in a powder based condition, or it may be in a solid form. So here, so if you are using the liquid material, then we are going to use these three process. Or if you are using a powder material, then you are going to use this number of process to manufacture. And if we are using the solid based material, then we are going to use the fused deposition modeling technique, or it may be the sheet stacking technologies. The material that is used in liquid based technology is liquid photopolymer resin, whereas in powder based technique we are going to use either metal powder, or it may be the plastic powders of various forms. And in the solid based techniques we are going to use solid polymers, or solid ceramics, or it may be the metal matrix composite material. Here we are going to take the solid material, and then we are going to fuse the material. We are going to melt the material, and then we are going to deposit that material layer by layer in order to create the 3D model. The first one is the stereolithography technique. So it is also called as photopolymerization. So here basically the type of material that is used is liquid photopolymer resin. So here stereolithography, it is also known as optical fabrication, or it may be called as photo solidification. So it is one of the additive manufacturing technology. It is basically used to create the models or prototypes or patterns and production parts. So these parts are manufactured in a layer by layer fashion. This is the first 3D printing process that was developed, and also after developing this process it was commercialized for public. Is a stereolithography technique to manufacture the 3D products. So here, as I have said that, so here we are going to use liquid photopolymer resin in order to create the 3D models, and it uses some of the photostat techniques. So photopolymerization reactions are chain growth polymerization, which are initiated by the absorption of visible or ultraviolet light. Here, as you are using the liquid photopolymer resin, and we are going to use ultraviolet light in order to cure or to harden the resin, which is placed in a large container. The figure shows the photopolymerization techniques. So here we can observe the two figures. Here in these two figures, the object that is being fabricated is of different shape. This technique requires vat, that is a large container, in order to store the photopolymer resin, and it requires a platform that can be moved in Z direction. So this platform is adjustable, and it requires a laser unit which is used for curing the liquid photopolymer, and it requires the scanning system wherein the rays from the laser can be incident onto the X and Y direction in the container to cure the material. The steps that are involved in this manufacturing is, first of all, we are going to take a large container which has a movable platform or elevator which can be adjusted, and the UV light source unit is used here to cure the material in X or Y direction. When the UV light source come into contact with this resin, the resin hardens when the laser is going to hit the surface. So you may think how the laser light is going to move on the liquid layer. So as you know that the light is going to incident on the surface of photopolymer by the data that is available in the system. That is basically we have created a model. After creating a model, we are going to convert that model into the acceptable format. That is, we are going to slice the model layer by layer of some thickness. So, depending upon the data available, so the light is going to be incident on the surfaces of photopolymer resin. Here the material is going to be hardened layer by layer as per the thickness of the slice. First of all, you can observe in the first figure that when the light is incident on the photopolymer surface, it is going to be hardened depending upon the movement of x and y axis up to a certain thickness. So here we can observe that the first layer is cured and it has become hardened. So after hardening the first layer, so the platform or the elevator that is seen here in a Z shape, it can be adjusted and it moves down for a distance depending upon the slice thickness. So this is how the material is going to be cured layer by layer till the final object is created. So we can observe here that the completed model, and also you can observe that the first layer. So after curing the first layer, then the light is incident onto the horizontal or vertical depending upon the data, and then the second layer is cured. After curing the second layer, the platform again moves down so that other layer can be cured. This is how we are going to get a final 3D model. So after getting the final 3D model, we are going to take out this model from the resin material and we are going to clean the excess resin that is adhered on the surface of the walls. So basically here this type of additive manufacturing technique is used to create the prototype. So the object that is created by this technique can be of a large size and we can manufacture the product with no limit in the thickness of the model. So this is how the manufacturing process is carried out. So in this technique, So first of all, we are going to use the laser light. So why you are using the laser light? The laser light is used in order to cure the liquid photopolymer. So that particular liquid turns into the solid depending upon the movement of this particular scanner, either in x direction or y direction. When it moves to a certain length in x direction, then that material is going to be cured, right? After curing the material, then the platform is lowered down to a distance of thickness of slice, and then another slice is going to be cured. This is how we are going to create the entire model by using the photopolymerization technique. This is the procedure of photopolymerization. And the applications of stereolithography process is that, so it is used to make the prototypes of different design, and also these prototype are made in order to analyze and for testing of the equipment. And also stereolithography technique is used to produce tooling prototype with low volume production. And this technique can also be used in investment casting process, and also sand casting process. And the second AM process is the material jetting process. Here also we are going to manufacture the 3D model. In the previous technique, we are using the liquid material in a container, and then we are using the light source, that is UV, in order to cure the material. Here in material jetting process, we are depositing the material drop by drop with the help of a nozzles. So the principle is same as that of photopolymerization. The only thing is that here we are not going to take the photopolymer material in a container. Instead of taking photopolymer in a container, here we are directly depositing the material layer by layer with the help of a nozzle. So nozzle can be moved in horizontal direction across the platform, so that the material, the photopolymer resin material, is going to be deposited depending upon the movement of the nozzle. And then after laying the material on the platform of a certain thickness, the UV light, that is ultraviolet light, is going to be exposed on the surface of the layer in order to harden the layer. After the first layer is hardened, again the process is repeated till the final product is manufactured. So this is the diagram relating to the material jetting operation. Here, so the principle is same, but here we are going to deposit the material drop by drop with the help of a nozzles. So we will continue with the another process in the coming class.